Welcome to the Great Bay Foundation podcast, Social Entrepreneurs. In their own words, Erin Reilly is the co-founder of Platform Shoes Forum, an online program which harnesses a variety of social media platforms to engage girls in science, technology, engineering, and math. Erin shares a brief history of the forum and discusses its new partnership with MIT to develop an application called the Learning Library.
I'm Erin Reilly, and I'm co-founder of Platform Shoes Forum. We established this nonprofit organization in 2003 based on our success of our first program, Zoe's Room, which was a national online community for middle school girls to creatively engage in science, technology, engineering, and math. Since then, we realized that the way we had creatively engaged these girls was through social media. In the early 2000s is when MySpace came to be, Facebook, YouTube, all these different social media platforms have only been around in the past 5 years. And we knew that we wanted to harness those type of platforms that kids were engaged in for their own learning purposes. So since then, Platform Shoes has gone on to partner with MIT and develop a new application called the Learning Library, which is a distributed, open content, open knowledge application that allows people to collaboratively work together in creating learning for your specific situation. And this is co-owned by Platform Shoes. They actually are revisioning Zoe's Room currently to incorporate this new application, the Learning Library, into a platform, into Zoe's Room, that has now expanded to not just be for middle school girls. Our first girls started this program in 2002 based on the Maine Learning Technology Initiative, where 7th grade children received a laptop. And those girls are now graduating from high school. And I think it's because of the connections and the community, the way we infused learning based around building a community that had girls, when they left middle school, to want to continue participating in the program. It really is a good example of what is learning today in a culture that I call, that Henry Jenkins refers to as participatory culture. A culture where it's about informal mentorships, where we're not just about a teacher teaching us how to learn, but about peers learning from one another, and about adults who surround us, who might not be our parents and our teachers, but have similar interests to us. We call them in Zoe's Room Fab Females, Fab for fabulous. And they come from Motorola to Google, from National Semiconductor, variety of careers in science, technology, engineering, and math that want to actually help build the next leaders of tomorrow. So since coming to MIT and being the research director at Project New Media Literacies, I've been working on thinking through what I call the 4 C's of participatory design. And when you're thinking about how to create a participatory learning environment, you want to ask yourselves, how are we creating together? Are there ways, new forms of expression to express ourselves beyond just writing a letter writing a paper? Can we take pictures? Because an image says 1,000 words. So are there ways where we can share imagery or videos or other types of media that's available to us, even through our cell phones, that allow us to create in new ways? Another C is, are we circulating? It's not just about you coming to us. Remember when technology happened, it was all about email. We were so excited to have email. All of a sudden, it was instantaneous that our postal letter, our snail mail, could all of a sudden go instantaneous into my inbox. But now it's a very much a many-to-many approach, where instead of creating a website where you come to me, RSS allows us to go out to communities and allows us to expand our messages beyond just coming to, say, Zoe's room to learn about girls and math. I can now actually go into your own community, whether it's Girls Inc., YWCA, Campfire, and in their own spaces where they've branded, bring that message to them. Another C is how are we connecting with one another? Memberships are beyond just a membership of a formal space offline. We're seamlessly moving between online and offline worlds, and our memberships grow from a smaller group of our close-knit friends to a much larger group of affiliations that have interest and similar interest into us. And so it moves from a local approach to a global approach, that I might have an interest in science, in marine biology, and now can easily talk with someone in California or even in Singapore around the same topics that you're interested in, I might be too. And the last one is collaborating. We can collaborate synchronously and also asynchronously. Synchronously means that with new tools like Skype, I can talk to you from wherever you are and collaborate. My kids in my English class can talk to you about Moby Dick because let's say I'm in New Bedford, Massachusetts, with kids in Indiana that might not have a chance to really understand what it's like to live on the waterfront and in an ocean community. So that kind of creates a reality to these kids that might not have the experiences that my kids are having. But you can collaborate also asynchronously through blogs and message boards, where it's not just about writing about what your purpose is and your interests, but really posing questions. You know, who are the rock stars in your life? You know, it's not just rock stars that we think of normally of rock stars in regards to musicians or stars in Hollywood. But, you know, I think Henry Jenkins is a rock star in my world, you know, because he's very interested in media studies and in sociocultural. And you might not know of him, but if you're in my world, he might be a rock star too.
To learn more about the work of the Great Bay Foundation, we invite you to visit our website, www.greatbayfoundation.org.